Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Popping outside the city walls of Kuttenberg because I need to see a man about a map. We just found Goatskin, the guy who's been gobbing off about working for Lord Liechtenstein as a spy. And he says he has a map of the Kuttenberg Underground. Or he did have a map of the Kuttenberg Underground. He ended up selling it to a fellow thief named Angel. And I think that's him swinging from the gallows over there. Angel, however, has probably still got the map upon his person because he sewed it into the cloth of his coat. And I need the map because amongst the many things that Goatskin has been thieving is some kind of book that belonged to some master scholar from Prague. How am I getting up there? There has to be a way up, some kind of door that I missed because, I mean, the hangman and the victim don't climb the wall to get to... There it is. Okay. So, yes, the owner of the bathhouse, where I got the information on where to find Goatskin, the business is in trouble. Not just because Goatskin kept robbing all of the bathhouse's wealthy German patrons, which was bad enough. They all stopped frequenting the bathhouse. There we go, I've got the map. But also because he robbed this scholar from Prague of a very, very expensive book. And the scholar from Prague was so upset, he's actually gone to the town council and he's threatening to get the bathhouse closed down. So why do I need this map? Well, Goatskin hasn't managed to find a buyer for the book yet. It's still hidden in his stash in the tunnels underneath Kuttenberg. And while Goatskin doesn't need a map to find his stash, I kind of do, because I don't know the tunnels. And the map doesn't just show me the location of Goatskin's secret stash. There's a whole bunch of other useful information on it. So thanks for that, Angel. Now I need to find the nearest entrance to the underground. A lot, not all, but a lot of these are also indicated right here on Goatskin's map. Although I can tell you where else they're indicated. Because my survival skill is so high, I have a perk now that actually shows me all of the points of interest on any given map. And those points of interest include the secret entrances to the Kuttenberg Underground. Here we go, Canal Under the Walls is one, I think. Let's have a look around. That's a gate that I haven't actually visited yet. There's a couple of laundry spots. I need to find an underground entrance that's sort of around here because that's where Goatskin's stash is. And oh, there's a sunken chest over there, some free loot. Like I said, this is a very useful perk. Alright, there's an underground entrance up here. Where's the nearest fast travel point? Let's mark that and we'll head to the market. So this survival perk that allows you to see undiscovered points of interest on the map, you can tell that you haven't visited them yet because they're not coloured in. Now normally when you're wandering around in the world like this, these points of interest don't flash up on your compass at the top of the screen until you actually get to within a certain distance of them, and you do have to get quite close. However, with this perk I can just mark them with a waypoint and then follow the waypoint to get there. So we shouldn't be too far away. It looks like wherever this underground entrance is, it's just on the other side of this wall. It looks like whatever, kind of looks like we've got an unfinished tower up ahead. Maybe I should arm myself. There were some bodies in the underground last time I was here. So somebody down there is getting stabbed. Yeah, this place got burned down. It's definitely seen better days. I'm going to need a lighter torch. Let's get off this ladder and then we'll see about getting some illumination. So, welcome to the underground. Goatskin's stash is in here somewhere. We know, or at least we've been told, whether he was telling the truth or not is a different matter, but I think we managed to scare him sufficiently that he wouldn't try to bullshit us. We know that the book that we're looking for is in there. There may also be some other valuable stolen goods. Now the trick here is trying to figure out exactly where we are, because there's no, I mean there's a map of Kuttenberg, I'm looking at it, but there's no map of the underground beneath Kuttenberg rather than the hand-drawn map that we just got from Goatskin's friend Angel. So the trick here is trying to match what we see with what's written down on the map. The problem is there aren't that many visible landmarks in these tunnels. So unless I come across something particularly memorable, I'm going to have a hard time correlating that with anything marked on the map. So let's just keep going. We're heading sort of northwest now, which is sort of, possibly, maybe the right direction. Definitely don't want to be going west. That's taking us further into Kuttenberg. If anything, I should be heading northeast. This looks like another way out. And we'll take a look. At least we can then orient ourselves with the map of Kuttenberg. You know, the actual... Oh, hello. Okay, that looked like it probably did lead out, but it also leads elsewhere. This is probably going to take us to the basements of one of the merchants. Yep. Have I seen this door before? Where are we? Yeah. We're way away from where we need to be. Shit. I thought I could maybe game it by selecting the quest objective, and then it maybe showed me on the overground map of Kuttenberg the location that I needed to be in, but no, that's not working. You can see the problem though. I mean, having the map is great, but there are no landmarks down here in the tunnels, at least none that I've come across that I can use to orient myself to where I actually am here on the map. Do you know where that word comes from, by the way? Orienteering, orientate, orient. Because maps used to be oriented with the east at the top. That's why we use the word orient for the east. Yeah, the more you know, huh? Anyway, I think I saw on Goatskin's map the actual entrance point in the ruined building that I used to get in here. You see the ruined building on Goatskin's map? So if I head south and a little bit east of there, I should end up here at Goatskin's hideout. Or to put it another way, if I was to head more or less due east from where I currently am, that should also end me up in the vicinity of Goatskin's hideout. The only problem is, can I actually do that? No, that's west. Okay, no, I can. So I want to try heading east as long as I can. Can't go that way. That's going to be another exit. Or is it? So this is the other thing that the map can't actually show you. Different levels. Oh, hello. This kind of looks like somebody's stash. Surely this... No, it can't be. It's in the wrong place. Well, I'm going to loot it. This is a tough lock, though. Ah, I've got it. We're fine. Yep. Oh, a skill book. Nice. Some save your schnapps. 148 groschen. Sure. Nothing else of particular interest. What about this one? It's another hard lock. It'll be fine. Whoa, don't break up. I'm going to look like a real twat if I fail this one. No, we're in. Some more save your schnapps. There's not a lot here. I'll take the soap. It's not that valuable, and I can actually make my own with alchemy, but being able to launder your own clothes is useful. What's this? Onion. What's that? What's the scroll? Oh, that looks like an expensive hunting crossbow. Oh, there's some herbs here. Nutmeg. There is actually another perk that increases your charisma by the number of herbs that you're actually carrying around with you. It doesn't look like this scroll is actually anything. That looks like some brigandine armour. A golden cup, 770 groschen. I'll have that. What else we got? Oh, honey. Honey's good. It's food that never goes off. Frankincense. But there's a lot of alchemy ingredients down here. And some very, very expensive stuff. Yeah, I saw the brigandine armour, don't worry. I'm just checking this shelf. This doesn't look... Oh, it's not actually brigandine. Still, it's valuable. Ataman saber. I'll take it. There's a footman's pick there, the raven's beak. If this isn't Goatskin's stash, and I don't think it is, because, well, one, I haven't found this book yet, and two, it's not in the right place. Another 161 groschen. What the hell is this place? I mean, it's not... Honestly, I don't know what's been going on in this underground, because I found bodies down here, so people have obviously been stabbing each other, and there's these loot stashes just everywhere. And none of them seem particularly secure. The other thing is, because this underground tunnel network actually consists of multiple levels, I could be walking right over or right under the location of Goatskin's stash and not know it, because I'm on the wrong level. So after getting completely lost in the tunnels, I just thought, screw it. Let's just find the nearest exit, get back up to the surface, then head back to the underground entrance where I came in, because getting the Goatspin? That's not his name at all. Getting to Goatskin's stash is relatively easy from, if the map is any judge, from this entrance. Because you literally just head south and you keep turning left. And it should take me straight to his stash. So let's put this theory to the test. So, south. Nope, that's north. Also, it's a dead end. So we'll keep an eye out for any turnings on the left. Oh, that's a dead end. Okay. Okay, we're going left. See, that's taken us completely the wrong way. Let me just check the map again, because it's been a while since I looked at it. Yep. It's just a series of left turns. We keep heading south until we end up heading east. So, this way. And we keep turning left. What was that? Oh, that's a shop entrance. And the next left turn should... And you see, this is what the map can't show us. Multiple different levels. We should be turning left here. And this should be Goatskin's stash. But it doesn't look like there's anything there. I'm going to check the map again because, I mean, the last place that we were at, that was a stash. This looks like a dead end. It is a dead end. Oh, no, there's something in the bucket. There it is. An astrolabe. For those of you who don't know what an astrolabe is, it's like... I'm not sure what came first, the astrolabe or the sextant. But they're both primitive navigation. I say primitive, they're actually quite sophisticated. Navigation instruments. So whatever this scholar from Prague was up to, it looks like some kind of navigator. I'm assuming that Goatskin stole the astrolabe from him as well. Of course, they could be completely unrelated. But I'll bet you it's valuable. Anyway, Adam, the bathhouse owner, he wanted me to return the stolen goods to this scholar as soon as possible before he gets the bathhouse into any deeper shit with the town council. Where is he in it? There he is. So let's get this done.
God bless. What would you like?
You must be Master Schindel. They sent me from the baths.
Well, well, well. I reckon they want me to cease with those complaints, eh? But I shall not. I will go to the town council tomorrow to complain against those thieves again. And I shall continue to go there until I get the justice due to me.
Actually, I came to give you back the things that were stolen.
Really? You have my Eresmo and my astrolabe?
Right. I have some book and this astro thingy.
That's wonderful. You can't even imagine what a blow it would be for our civilization if something happened to Eresmo.
Oh, I get it. The fire in the Alexandria library is nothing compared to that.
Bah! That was full of Ptolemaic balderdash. We've come a long way since then. This obsession with antiquity is only holding us back. At any rate, I am immensely grateful to you. Of course, I shall reward you.
Thank you. But there was also this volume of strange verses.
Oh, yes. One of my students who's from Kuttenberg gave me that. I think it's some kind of riddle. You can keep it. I don't really have time to traipse around town and look for, well, whatever it was he was trying to convey.
Fine. I'll be going then.
Thank you. Till we meet again.
Alright, 225 groschen. Not bad. As well as the stuff that I picked up in the underground. Now I need to talk to Samuel. This is the actual whole point of my being in Kuttenberg, by the way. I'm trying to free Hans, Lord Capon. Problem is, I've got no idea where he's being held. But Lord Liechtenstein might. He is, after all, Margrave Jobst's spy master. And Goatskin was spying for Liechtenstein. It's why this Jewish mob boss, Samuel, hadn't beaten up, because he was flapping his lips about it. Which means that Samuel must, well, be working either for or with Liechtenstein. So I need to go and speak to Samuel, who is in the Jewish quarter. Kuttenberg never actually had a Jewish quarter. There were Jews who lived in Kuttenberg, but they didn't have their own section of the city. Lots of medieval cities had Jewish quarters. Kuttenberg was never one of them. But like I said, it did have a Jewish population who had their own businesses. But they didn't have their own quarter. So, actually, that's it. I've been wandering around Kuttenberg for quite some time now. I don't think I've ever found the Jewish quarter. Then again, I suppose I've never had reason to. I've never had any quests or any business that led me there. Well, I do now. But where the hell is it? I mean, Kuttenberg's big, but it's not that big. Oh, this must be it. I think it's the first walled section of the town that I've found within the town, so if there's a quarter used by the Jews, this must be it. It does look different in here.
For repairs to the fortifications.
Anyway, I'm looking for the synagogue, which apparently is where Samuel hangs out conducting his business. Well, not in the synagogue, but outside it, and that looks like the synagogue. Which means Samuel, I think that's him there.
God is punishing us for our sins.
Everything's going well. I'm in a fine fettle. It's almost odd how well things are going.
Oh, please. Enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts.
See, that's what bothers me, that it ain't like this all the time.
You sure ain't easy to please.
I get a bad feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our learned physicians have a name for that?
I believe it's called boredom.
What? I'm not bored.
If you've got
Yeah,
time
I believe the expression for what you're currently experiencing is just called being Jewish, mate. It's that feeling of foreboding you get when you realise nobody's trying to murder you or run you out of town in a few years. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
What? What are you blabbering about? I heard about this one bloke, a young fella. But they say no one stands a chance against him, because he's in league with the devil. Blessed Virgin. Who is it? His name is...
Right, well, this is all
didn't we?
very amusing.
That too?
You rubbed it on your shoulder.
They say he soaks his prick in rooster blood.
But it isn't finding me Samuel.
Try drinking it.
I think I saw him in the alley around the side of the synagogue.
Thankfully.
Wait, Spage Kremer? Is that his name or his job? Oh, he's a merchant. What does he sell? Food and herbs. Okay, there's nothing here I need. Fine.
Don't like anything, eh? A shame.
So, Samuel. Tov Ho-Ir. That's not the first time I've seen that. So that's clearly not a name, it's a job or something. Well, anyway, I found Samuel. I should probably speak to him about Liechtenstein. This could be dangerous.
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
What do you think goy means?
It means you do not belong here.
It means nation in Hebrew. So you're just as much a goy as I am.
Good one. A goy lecturing a Jew on Hebrew. All right. But I suggest you do not repeat it around these parts. Not everyone is as tolerant as I. So, what do you want?
I'm looking for someone called Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about him.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
Okay, I don't think threatening this guy is particularly wise. Maybe letting him know that I'm here on behalf of Margrave Jobst might work. And I don't think bragging about how smart I am is going to help.
It isn't just anyone looking for Liechtenstein. It'd be better for Samuel to say what he knows.
That's not what I meant to say.
Unnecessary trouble.
I do not care who sent you. You will not impress me like that. We play by my rules here.
So how can I impress you?
Impressions are worth nothing. I'm only of interest to you Goyim when you need something. To you, I'm just a dirty Jew.
All right. What do you suggest?
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem none of my people can fix.
Well, if your people can't handle it, why not?
You are no better than my people. But unfortunately, they were all born under our star, and that is a problem in this case.
I understand. What's this about, then?
You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells. They always find some excuse.
I ain't touching this one with a 10-foot pole.
I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
Yeah, alright. Doesn't seem like a big ask.
All right. I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
At the start of the day according to my calendar or yours?
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first 3 stars come out.
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today, if you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me, and you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
The Jewish day starts at sunset.
You'll keep your end of the deal, I hope.
Don't worry. I keep my promises.
So what's Samuel going on about 3 stars for? Well, while typically the Jewish day is thought to start at sunset, most people will just say, yep, sunset, that's the start of the Jewish day. But according to strict interpretation, it's when the first 3 stars become visible over the horizon, which happens shortly after sunset. But most people just say sunset. Anyway, the place where I'm going, where these troublemakers are meeting in order to infiltrate the meeting, I've actually been there before. I've been there twice today alone. It's the abandoned house that I used to find the entrance to Goatskin's underground hideout. Well, not his hideout, his stash. And judging by how late I have to wait for sunset, I think the game is probably set in the middle of summer. But that's the building where the meeting is supposed to take place. So let's give it 1 more hour. Actually, let's give it 2. This must be it. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this. I'm suddenly starting to wish I was wearing armor. Oh shit, yes.
Hey!
Yeah, it's a trap.
Hey! Open up! Open up!
Gurwell, what are you doing, Moishe?
Futza Kapora, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
And you can't change armor sets in combat. Oh, I'm such a dead man. I hope the last save point was relatively recent. Because there's no way I'm fighting my way out of this.
Between the eyes.
Oh, hang on. I'm not dead. Oh, Samuel, you treacherous fuck.
You know, you've got a saying for moments like this. If you can't bite, don't show your teeth.
You should never have come snooping around where you don't belong.
That Philistine Sigismund has sent all sorts of bastards and spies after me.
Look, I'm not...
But I have to say, you're about the cheekiest mamser of them all, asking me straight out about Liechtenstein.
But I'm not... I'm not Sigismund's spy.
Oh, you're not. So whose spy are you then?
I was sent by Sir Radzig Cobbler. Liechtenstein knows him.
A nice tale. Can you prove it?
Yeah, my sword. It's got Sir Radzig's crest on it.
Well, unfortunately for you, I haven't the slightest ahnung who that is.
Maybe not, but Liechtenstein does, so show it to him. Hang on. What's he seen on the sword that's so important?
Jakob, wait. I've changed my mind.
I don't know what it was, but it's keeping me alive.
He's coming with us.
Well, I haven't just gotten summarily stabbed, so I'm going to call this one a win.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Oh shit, it's Liechtenstein.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
Strap yourselves in, kids, because there's about to be a lot of exposition.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
Yeah, could have been better.
Not well. As we were approaching Trotsky, we were attacked by bandits. They killed all our men.
What?
We only got away by a hair's breadth. And we lost everything, including the message. We ended up in rags, like beggars. They wouldn't let us into the castle. After that, we tried to get by as best we could.
Good God! I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes, but it was touch and go.
I like exciting stories.
Well, you'll love this one then. Apart from being ambushed and almost killed, Capon ended up on the gallows for poaching.
A nobleman on the gallows for poaching?
Well, he looked more like a tramp than a nobleman at the time. He really did have a noose round his neck, though. But it all worked out in the end.
Good gracious! But tell me, who ambushed you?
Well, that's interesting as well. Istvan Toth and some others.
What? That sneaky rat from Talmberg? He's still alive?
Not anymore.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
Death to the enemy.
I do hope I'm not going to have to down a cup of wine every time I tell him something, or I'm never going to make it to the end of this debriefing.
What happened next?
We wanted to help von Berghoff catch the bandits who ambushed us. We found out they'd taken over Nabokov Fortress, but the fellow who commanded them fucked us right up, along with von Berghoff's entire force. He lured us into a trap. A terrible massacre. Me and Capon were the only survivors.
It sounds like your guardian angel never gets a moment's rest.
There was some luck in it. But it was more that Zizka knew he could get a ransom for Capon.
Wait, Zizka? He's the one who almost killed you.
Aye. He's called Jan Zizka, of Trotsnov.
Well, blow me down. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well.
And what the hell was Istvan Toth doing with him?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side. And Istvan had to flee.
So when did you kill that bastard?
Not till some time later. Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
Well, things happened quickly. They took us captive, tortured us, and we escaped. On the way, I threw Istvan out of a window in von Berghoff's castle. And now we're here, me and Zizka. And Catherine, who literally saved our necks from the executioner's axe.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then.
Steady on, it's not that kind of show. Although it is that kind of game, it's a service that is available at the bathhouses.
And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage. Because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
That's certainly one way of putting it.
You can say that again.
For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as that happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
I must admit, I see his point. He has plans. He wants to take advantage of the truce while it lasts. And he doesn't want to provoke Sigismund into starting warring again. And he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's going to throw away the chance of a fat ransom, or waste a nice opportunity for blackmail.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then?
Fuck Jobst. Liechtenstein deserves to know.
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Job's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
Thank you. You don't know how much it means to me.
Don't worry your head over it. If I was tortured, I'd tell them everything I knew before the iron was hot.
Well, thanks.
But I'd regret it as well. I don't like pain, that's all. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh, how's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And?
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malyshoff Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malyshoff? And if von Berkoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malyshoff Fortress.
Just one problem. It's a fortress.
Well, it'll be tougher than I thought, but that can't be helped. I'm gonna have to get him out of there somehow.
I admire your keenness, but...
But that is the most insane idea I've heard so far today.
You can't just launch an assault on Malyshoff. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malyshoff belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
All right. I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
Wait a moment. We have something that belongs to you, I think. Your sword.
Ah. Yes. That's a fact.
I must say, it is a fine piece of work. Where did you get it?
My father gave it to me. He was a blacksmith and a swordsmith. In Skalitz. It's the last sword he ever forged.
Ah. I'm sorry. In any case, here it is. Take care of it.
I will. Don't worry.
Well, that was a lot to take in. And now we don't know that Capon is being held in Malanchov, but it does seem logical. The question is, how are we getting in there? Actually, the other question is, where is it? I don't think I've never been there. I don't even know where Malanchov is. Well, lots of questions, but once again, we now have fresh avenues of exploration and investigation. So join us in the next episode, and we're going to be seeing where some of them lead. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you're all having a great day, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.